Well, thank you, Billy. And let's see. I'm practicing not wearing my glasses, but I'm gonna put them back on. I can see. I'll bet I can see your expressions better. There go Valerie and Blake and Jordan. Bowen, what's up, brother? And Isabel and is it Anthony and Ben and Lynette. And I think we probably have some more joining us. I wanted to text this out to some people, but I really just ran out of time. I wanted to say, hey, I just hung up with Mark Aceta, and he talked to me about what to say about how to build a team. And I was like, but I didn't do it. So if you want to text people and say, seriously, you better get on this call. Okay. So brand new people. First of all, what was your favorite thing about the convention that you just attended? Let's start with Blake. Blake, what was your favorite thing about the convention you just attended?
Yeah, so my favorite thing was probably just obviously listening to all the top producers and then networking with my team. You know, I've known some of these people upwards of 2 years, and they've just kind of been a face on the screen. But kind of getting to know them, getting tips and different kind of tricks of how they go about doing things. That was probably, my favorite part, just the networking and, listening to everybody and all the top producers.
That is great, man. Cesar, what's your favorite thing about this meeting we just attended?
Well, overall, man, it was amazing. It was really astonishing just seeing, how this changed people's lives overall. And me as a businessman, I'm always looking for opportunities, and then just listening out and hearing everybody's stories, and I can relate to it. I just love people's stories of how they came up from different hardships and really enjoyed that. And all the people, the environment was insane and awesome. You couldn't really go to sleep up there when you're sitting down on them chairs. So overall, loved it. Probably the best conference ever that I've been to.
Yeah, I remember our conversations now, and you talking about you being a businessman, your trucking business and your car washing, and
Yes, sir.
dude, you ain't seen that print money like this thing's gonna do for you, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled that what you did changes lives with your trucking business. I mean, I think we've all this year figured out how much we love truckers.
Yeah.
Truckers don't work. We don't get our Cheerios like we want them. You know what I'm saying?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Ain't got no asparagus on the grocery store shelves. All kinds of stuff missing.
Yeah.
I have grown accustomed. Yeah. So I know it changes lives, but I'm gonna tell you what, dude, it is just astonishing. How about you, Valerie? What was your favorite thing?
My favorite thing was all the speakers. They were all very engaging. And I mean, I honestly don't have a favorite because I took something different away from each one that I find, is going to be very helpful for me. Just as I start to build my business, all the, stories as well, just as Cesar said, I think hearing where people started and being able to relate to them, really makes it real.
You want to introduce your guest?
I do. This is my son, Nolan, my youngest son. He's home with a fever. He had a fever this morning of like 104 for like the past couple of days. So he had to join the call today.
What's up, Nolan? Peace out, brother. Okay. How about you, Jordan? What was your favorite thing?
My favorite part of this weekend was just seeing the community that the Alliance is. I was been in a couple different companies where they don't quite have that community factor. But there was really one line from a speaker that stuck out to me the most. I've been sharing it with all my friends. And it was, procrastination is disobedience in slow motion. And that just really struck home. It's motivating and really stuck with me from everything that was said this weekend.
I'm writing that down. Procrastination is disobedience in slow motion. Who said that? I don't remember.
Oh, it was one of the pastors.
Doc
Rock.
There it is. Doc Rock. That's what it was.
Doc Rock said that. That's
Yes.
great. That is great. That's a great line. So, here's how you memorize great lines. Use great lines all the time. You look at your, whoever you're trying to get started and go to the convention. They say, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I got luck, man. Procrastination is just disobedience in slow motion, bro. Listen to me. Procrastinate, and just say it, repeat it, tell him. Hold on. My chair attacked me. Okay. I was like, what? I'm going to hell. Because my chair started sinking. I was like, Jesus. Oh, shoot. Anthony and Isabel, what was y'all's favorite thing?
So it's hard to narrow it down to one thing, but the biggest thing would be the importance and how to promote the event, right? So instead of just posting on Facebook or sending a text like, hey, you should get a ticket to this, call your people, just like Nick Greco said, call your people and say, hey, you need to get to this. You will make 3 times more money if you come to this event. And we know that by going to the events, but we need to get that message across to the people on our team much better. So that was probably the biggest thing that we took away from being at the event.
Nice. Ben Memorides.
How y'all doing?
Good, Ben.
I agree with Anthony and Isabel. That was the biggest thing for me was, it wasn't so much as like nitty gritty learning about products and, phone scripts and dial-in and all that. It was more like, how do we get people to the next event? How do we get people to come to these events? And to me, that was the best part for me because, these events, as you all know, they change people's lives. They changed my life. So to get people at these events are so important because you can go home and, you can go back to wherever you're from and you can say, hey, this event was awesome. I met so many cool people and people are kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then if they come to the events, they understand it. They see everything. They see the association. They see how much this affects people's lives. And, that's where big decisions are made. Big decisions are made at big events. So that's kind of what I got from it.
I love it. Matt Bowen.
Yeah, thanks, Andy, for having me. So for me, it was interesting to come to the event with a different lens, right? So anybody who knows me, I'm married to Amber, so I've been around the Alliance for about 6 years now, but I've always been an outsider, right? So this one was my first time attending as a fellow agent and somebody that's on the inside now. So in addition to what everybody said, the camaraderie was incredible, and some of the takeaways from the speakers for me were just unbelievable. I've been talking with Amber a number of times over the last few days about what Doc Rock said, where he said an apple seed is nothing more than the promise of a tree. And man, that just resonated with me, right? So you think about as we are, as individuals, as well as members of a team, are building up our respective organizations. It's, put that seed in the ground, right? Water that seed, nourish that seed. And the nourishment comes in the form of work, right? Hard work. What are you pouring into this thing? And as long as you pour into it with all the things that we've learned, right, from listening to Stephen Davies talk and listening to Terry Edwards talk about, this cultural war that we're in, where we're at war with each other, fighting things like poverty. It's all of those ways that we can nourish and build those trees and just create this incredible orchard of apples, right, where each one of us as individuals, where we're part of a part-whole relationship, just establish this incredible organization and take it to the next level, right? Andy's built it for 20 years now. So what do the next 20 years look like? hopefully it looks like this gigantic orchard of big, strong apple trees. So it was incredible.
Glad you're there, man. So let me help you guys a little bit more. So Matt is married to Amber Bowen, who is part of BAM, Burlington Alliance Capital Management. And Amber was my personal secretary right outside my desk right outside my office for, I don't know how many years, 3 or 4 or 5 years. And clearly got to know Matt and thrilled that he's joined the team. But Amber, when I moved to Florida and wasn't in the office as much, she was like, instead of going like, hey, I got nothing to do, she went, I'm bored. How about I go over? She suggested her new job was to go over to work with Chris Norris, and she has just absolutely killed it. Y'all get to know her. She's been very helpful over there, and she's getting her securities license, and she's smart as hell, and she just knows the company. She's a great asset, not just for moving money, assets, annuities, IULs, but in just overall. So thrilled you're on the team, Matt.
Thank you.
And let's see, Lynette Shabazz.
Well, first I'll just say, holy cow. I mean, to point out what Ben said, when you tell people about the events, it doesn't resonate. They don't get it. I was one of those people. My husband was so fired up when he came back from the fall summit, and I was kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, and then he said, well, you got to come to NatCon. You got to see it for yourself. And I mean, there's just so many things, but I think for me personally, Terry Edwards, how do you do it all? Tarek and I have 6 kids. So like football, basketball, volleyball, school, tutors, we're literally doing it all. And in the past, it's been a huge hurdle for us, but just seeing all of the families, the partners that have kids, and just being able to relate to the fact that they are finding the time to be successful and pursue their dreams was just absolutely mind-blowing. And I enjoyed absolutely every single minute of the event. I can't wait for Reno.
That's awesome. Ronnie, glad you joined us.
Hey, how is everyone doing?
Good. The question was, what was so great about the event? What was your favorite part?
So for me, I just have a minute here. I have to go into a client lunch. But for me, Andy, it was the level of energy. Oh my gosh, there was so much energy with everybody. The support is amazing. I've never seen anything like this in a company. And, it was mind blowing. I didn't know what I didn't know. My brother told me about it, and I was just like, I was mind blown. I really was. The support level, I did 2 IULs this week with Gina, and I don't know nothing about that. She walked me through it. I got it done. I was like, this is awesome. There's so much support here. For me, I love what Mark Aceta said. He said, pay attention, get excited, and never quit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so pumped up.
Yeah. We just end this right here and let's just go to work. I promise you I'll end it early. If you need to run an appointment, you run an appointment when you need to. I get it. Did I get everybody? Did I get everybody? Okay. So reminder, most of you got 40,000 points toward this all expense paid trip to Alaska, depending on how new you are. So keep in mind, your new people will get 40,000 points when they show up at family reunion. So it's 135,000 points. So you get a discount of 40,000 points just by showing up. That's crazy talk. It's your new weeks. We don't expect you to do 135,000. It's funny too. I say this to people: you don't need to do 135,000 in $1. You need to shoot for 160,000, 200,000, 300. You really need to shoot for the extension, because every year, and I start this in January. At the end of the year, people call me and go like, I had one case. It got issued, but they didn't send the data until January 2nd. But since it technically got issued, can I have the points? And I know you're a nice guy. And I go like, I'm a nice guy, but I told you for a year not to cut it close. So you just mark that down as a lesson learned. You're never going to let that happen again. But I'm telling you ahead. And I had one come up to me this year, And then I actually told my staff, say, you always say on those telephone calls that you're just let you know if you're close because you might can do something. I said, what? You think I said that? No, what I said is we're going to make fun of you. Now, I don't want to make fun of nobody. You know what I mean? But seriously, don't cut it close. And then if we give you 40,000 bonus points and you cut it close, and in the cases, so anyway, just don't cut it close. That's silly. Win by a big margin. Okay. So the leaderboard, when the leaderboards pop up and you'll be able to click, you'll see 40,000, then you sell a policy, there's another 1,000. By the way, how much was your IUL premiums, Ronnie?
One of them was $300 a month and one was $100 a month. With a maximum, she's going to push it to 200 soon.
So one of them is 1,200 points and the other one is 30. If the target is 300 a month, you'll get paid what the target is. So if it's 300 a month, that's 3,600 points. And, you saw Megan Wood, 980,000 points. I mean, come on, guys.
Insane.
Don't call me crying. I need for you to win. Okay. So, we have a, I don't know if I have it yet, but we have a leaderboard. If you want to be on stage, and I know not everybody, a lot of people are like, I don't care nothing about being on stage. I don't need recognition. Just send me the money. Oh, okay. Me, I want on stage. Okay. All right. So if you want on stage, I want you to know the categories. First of all, if you're a rookie producer or veteran producers, in other words, putting premium on the books is huge. There's no reason in the world for anybody I'm looking at not to make 6 figures this year. If you want to, you can make 150,000, 200,000. If you put in 40 hours a week, of selling, you will make way over 100,000. We had a girl just recently, a guy was telling me she made 32 phone calls in a week and she went on 2 appointments. So he said, let's assume you did 15 calls an hour. That's 2 hours. 2 appointments, 2 hours. I said, bro, there's no way. If you time yourself, you'll typically average 40 phone calls an hour. So you might make 25 or 30, and then you get on the phone for 10 or 15 minutes with somebody, and then you make 10 more calls. Nobody picking up because you're hitting redial, and redials count as dials. So 40 phone calls in a day is 1 hour of work. And going to appointment is an hour. So if you give me 40 hours a week, you're going to make 6 figures. Okay. There's 168 hours in a week. So if you have a job that you work 40 hours, that leaves you 128 hours for your business. Okay. If you don't have a job, you've got 168 hours a week for your business. So do you want me to work 100 hours a week? I don't care. I just bought my Bentley Monday. I just bought my Bentley. I don't need for you to sell to buy my Bentley or pay for it. I mean, as a matter of fact, the dealership I had $400,000 of my dollars. I said, just take it out of that. And they said, all right, where do we send the balance? I was like, I don't know. Ask Keith Hall. How much is it? It's like 150,000. I was like, all right, just shoot that. So I got change back. So I don't care what you do. I love you, but I don't know you. If my son was on here, it might be different. I might be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like he's on here, but he's not invited as a guest, but, or my son-in-law, of course I could go like, I love Ben, damn it, you better get to work. But I mean, that ain't going to do any good. I think Mark Aceta said that would be like screaming at a cow to trying to get more milk. I listened to so many audios of his that I might be quoting what he said on my audio. And by the way, the way you get that, I got several things to show you on the phone. You go to, you search SoundCloud. So it looks like It's this one right here. That's what SoundCloud looks like. But it's just search SoundCloud and then search Mark Aceta, M-A-R-C. I listen to it. So you don't scream at a cow going, God bless America, cow. What the hell's wrong with you? Barely getting any milk out. That's not going to help anything. So I guess that won't help with my son or you either. But but I'm telling you that, no offense, if you want put in 40 hours a week, you're six figures or more. And even if you have a full-time job, when I was in Amway, I worked as an engineer. I would be in there about 45 hours a week. I would typically get 65 to 100 hours of Amway work every single week because I worked during lunch. I worked in the mornings. I worked during lunch. I might have sneaked in my work. And then after work, I would travel like crazy and just kill it because I wanted freedom. Okay, each one of you are there. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to text to this number. I want you to text to 336-227-5708. And I want you to text freedom. Boom. I texted to the wrong number. I'm going to text it again. It's 336-227-5708. I'm going to text freedom to that number. As soon as you text it, 1001, 1002, boom, you should get a response back that has a website, a video. Yeah, that's it. A video and a sign up. Okay. So you can tell people if you should text here. My wife is watching. She texted me a picture of the show. Behave now. Okay. So if you're talking to somebody, you say, look, just text it to this number. What you're doing is you're getting them to get their phone in their hand and you're getting them to text something. Okay. All right. So once it's kind of like getting a yes. You go like, man, I'll tell you what, you mailed this card in, you must really love your house. Yes. So once you get the momentum going. So you get them texting, you get them on their phone. Oh, I want to show y'all, especially Matt. Matt will like this. Matt, do you have certain YouTubes that you like? Maybe me giving my mom a car or Aceta talking. Hey, do you have certain YouTubes that you like?
I like the one where you go get Jane in the limo.
Okay.
Tell her it's time to retire.
So let's nickname that Jane Retirement. Okay? You good with that?
Yep.
All right. So here's what I do. Go to settings in your phone. Go to settings. When you get there, let me know. Then I want you to click on general setting. This is for everybody. Click on general.
Yep.
And then go down there to keyboard, click on keyboard.
Yep.
Then text replacement.
Yep.
And then add new keyboard. No. But my bad. Let's do this. Text replacement. Okay. Did you hit text replacement? When you get to text replacement, look what mine has on it. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. What I've done is when I type in Jane Retirement, the video pops up. It's like if you put in IDK in my phone, like if you type IDK, watch this. If I text IDK, guess what pops up? I don't know. So what I do is I copy the YouTube link and I put it in the text replacement so that when I type in Jane Retirement, boom, the video pops up. So like I've got in FR22 for Family Reunion 22 and it, boom, that exciting video pops up. If I type mom in my phone, the retirement video, my mother pops up. So I've got tons of videos in text replacement. I got so many I can't remember them. And so I've been messing with them in the last 24 hours, eliminating some of them. So I've got all my favorite links in text replacement, so I don't have to go to the YouTube, find it, cut it, paste it, blah, blah, blah. I just bam, bam, bam. Makes sense?
Pretty cool.
It's Robbie Kraft showed it to me a couple years ago, and I've just used it. So the 227-5708, see, that's a way that you can tell people how to get the website without saying go to the Alliance events. All they do is text freedom and boom, they got that video. So my whole life is like that. What I do is I try to eliminate stuff that doesn't make me money. Now that video makes me money, but go looking for it don't make me money. Okay, so Cesar, does this help? Cesar, if you ever get in one of my bathrooms, I've got my deodorant. You'll see like 8 of them lined up. Shampoo, 8 of them lined up. Every product, I've got 6, 7 lined up, because it makes no sense to me to go, hey, Amber, do you mind running down and getting me some deodorant, or order me some again? Like I just said, Amber, just stack them up in my bathroom. Now, Amber don't do it anymore, but she used to, right? And then she brought some of that stuff home, Matt. Like this works.
It's funny. She actually told me about that maybe 3 years ago, and I've actually done that ever since then. And I'm like, that's brilliant. I don't have to wait time to go to the store. I can order 4 at a time, and when I'm out, I just get the next one. And then when I've got one left, I place another big order.
It's genius. It's genius. If you're in my office and you look over your left shoulder, there's yellow. There's like 100 yellow magic markers, 100 green, 100 blue, 100 red pens, and 100 black pens, white paper, and calculators. So I never have to look for a pen, magic marker. I mean, it's just, and it's decorated because it's color. It's just pretty little colors over there. You walk by, oh, that's pretty. He's got his decoration. I was like, that's my inventory. So I'm constantly looking for ways to make money. Okay. Now, hey, how about this? This is one of my favorite things. What did you think about this, Cesar? What about, I don't even know if you were still there, but Megan Wood, when she walked up on stage and I said, bring your staff up. Were you still there for that?
I don't think I was there when she went up. No, sir.
Okay, get this. Who was there? Raise your hand. Okay, Lynette, tell him your reaction and what she brought up there when I said, bring your staff up there.
She had about, it might have been 6 assistants. So she's definitely looking to run team efficient in the most way. So, I mean, makes total sense with the volume that she's doing, honestly. How could she not have that many?
Yeah. Well, watch this. A guy makes $500,000. I was talking to one of my high income guys who hasn't built a team. And I said, bro, I don't even want to think about how much you're paying in taxes this year. And he's like, yeah. I was like, dude, let's assume that you're going to pay $100,000 in taxes. Yeah. He's like, yeah, probably. I was like, why would you do that? Do you just love Biden and you just love, the military and you just love America and you want to I love America, but God bless America. I hate taxes. That's to me, that sounds like God bless America. I hate taxes. I'm okay in paying taxes, but I think the poor people should pay taxes, not the rich people. You say, why? Because they ain't doing nothing. That's why they poor. We should tax them for having to live here. You say, you'll never be president. I don't want to be president. But if I was president, I'd tax the hell out of them. I'm telling you. I go, you're going to have to pay to live here. They'd be like, I ain't got no money. I go, well, you're going to get a job because you're going to pay some taxes to live here. It's the greatest country in America. It's not free. Rich people, on the other hand, I'll be like, yeah, you're making jobs for everybody so they can pay taxes. Okay, now let me tell you what I mean by this. Well, let me ask you this. You got a friend that wants to make $50,000 a year. How many got a friend that would like to make $50,000 a year? I'm going to pay them $50,000 to come to my office and make phone calls, put the toilet paper back in the bathroom, keep the pens stacked up, call my agents and see if they need anything, bring in the coffee, take the dry cleaning. I'm going to pay them $50,000 to do that. Would you rather me pay your friend $50,000 or give the government $50,000? Which one you rather?
Pay my friend.
Pay my friend. What if I hire two of your friends and give them $50,000 each? You go, what if you give one of them $100,000? Nah. But I give them $50,000 each. Now my income goes down by $100,000. I don't pay taxes. If I give you $50,000, I do not pay taxes. Why would he give the government $100,000 instead of having a person make his life unbelievable? Cesar, please God, if you don't do that in your other businesses, bro, like spend your money, every dime of it. Like when I made $200,000, I paid nothing tax. When I paid $400, I paid nothing in tax. I made $800,000 the third year. I had to pay some check. I couldn't figure out what to do with my money. But the reason I had so much money is I had 5 employees. Well, okay, you with me on it? In other words, why would you give the money to the government? Why wouldn't you buy staff? Why wouldn't you rent staff? Why wouldn't you have a dozen pen or 100 pens? And by the way, if it's at the office and you're ordering deodorant from at the office, that's a business expense. I'm not no tax advisor, and you can't take my advice as a tax accountant, and I'm not a CPA. But why would that not be a business write-off if you're ordering at your office? You say, what if one of my rooms in my house is an office? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I love America. I love America. Okay. All right. So is this helpful at all to anybody? There was some other, that text replacement thing is real. So any videos, you just copy, paste it. One is a phrase, and then the other one, I wrote it down. If you need it, I'll text somebody the sequence, and y'all can put it up on Facebook. That's what I'll do. A-N-D-Y. Okay, I'm gonna text. I'm gonna send it to Matt, and Matt, you put it up for everybody on Facebook, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
It's just, yeah. You can elaborate, but it's okay. All right. So you go to settings, it's on there. All right. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. What we're gonna do. We're going to simplify this thing down to like a McDonald's franchise. I felt like Mark Cassetta helped us take this complex convention that we've been putting on for years, and my closest friend said, this is the best convention you've ever had. And I was like, thanks for the credit. But what Mark did is he designed it to be simple like a McDonald's franchise. The one in June, he's going to have months to prepare and get it organized. Now, we announced the dates for June. We're going to soon announce the dates for January, and then we're going to announce the dates for July, August, September, October. So June, we'll announce the dates ahead of time so you can plan on them. So you can put them in your calendar and nothing interrupts them. Okay. So with the June one, it was a little bit, it was 6 months notice, so it's not bad, but still, we're going to let you know even further ahead. But I promise you, this event is going to be more of a cookie cutter, explain people how to do it. So, this is my notes from me and him chatting and trying to make it more simple than I say it. He said it like this: you either call leads, or you call people you know, or you call both. Okay? We literally flew from Burlington, went by to see my mama, me, Ava, which is Haley's dog, and Haley and Brandon. We went to Miami. And we had an Uber driver take us over to Prestige Auto in Miami, or Prestige Lamborghini, or Prestige Pugatti. But you put Prestige Exports in Miami, this place. Yeah, I'm good friends with Brett David. Brett David was 17 when his dad had a heart attack and died and left him the dealership. And that's 15 years ago. He is multi-millionaire, 15 plus 17, 32 years old. Good friend. I bought $2 million worth of cars from him and Hummers and different stuff. So we drove over there, picked out a Bentley. Listen to this. Here's what I like about it, Matt. How many papers you think I signed to Matt?
And
What do you think my deposit was?
probably all of it.
Yeah. Only because they already had it. I hadn't been driving my Lamborghini for nothing. So I just shipped it back down there and they sold it like within 15 days. Basically, I had a Lamborghini for 5 years for 10 grand a year. Is that insanity? I got 400. I paid 450. I got back 400. So I pick it out. But here's what I'm telling you. We got another Uber and we said, look, we want you to take us to Houston's restaurant, badass restaurant. We had to go for the jet. While I'm in there, Haley and Brandon recruited Smith. Smith is now signed up in class under Boone, because Sean Boone lives in the area. Jumped on a jet and took off. We flew to Miami, had takeout food, 2 Ubers, and bought a Bentley and recruited somebody. See how that works? There's people that'll go all week, not recruit nobody, not put nobody in class because they're too busy. $250,000 car, jet flight, dinner in the jet. And the reason we do takeouts is because we can be eating while we're flying. It makes no sense to sit there. We got to get to where we're going. Pull down the tables, got me some roasted chicken, and yeah. Is this helpful, people? We've got to simplify this thing. You're talking to leads, you're talking to people, or talking to both. Okay? You can run ads for recruits, or you can call all your friends. So what do you recommend? Call all your friends. Okay, now, next part. You don't have to learn what an IUL is, just like Ronnie said. You can call Gina, or you can call Brandon Beal, or you can call Sean Boone, Brant Swindell, okay? My son went on some sales appointment yesterday, and he was explaining it to me, and I wanted to say, he's listening now, I wanted to tell him what I thought. But I said, I'm his dad. I'm not going to say what I thought. Well, this is what I did say. If any of you ever come out of a home and you don't make a phone call, I'm not going to punch you, but I want to, okay? If it was legal, I might would. Because that just makes me mad. Why would you do that? You don't have to learn the products, and you don't really even have to learn how to sell. You don't have to learn how to get referrals. You don't have to learn how to find the money. You don't have to learn to get a check. You don't have to learn to recruit them. Call your upline, and they will do all 4 of those basic things for you. You say, what if I'm good at it? Well, then do it. But if you don't get a check, call somebody. If you didn't get referrals, call somebody. If you didn't find any money, call somebody. So what I did is I called Swindell, and I was like, hey, bro, will you talk to my son about what he should do in the house? He's like, yep. See, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself, Lynette, Ben, Blake. You're not by yourself. But if you don't let us help you, you're in business by yourself. Now, if you don't call the leads and you don't talk to your friends, there's not a damn thing we can do for you. You don't need to worry, but you do need to work. What would I worry about? Worry about what they say. What if the client says this? What if my friend says this? No worry, just work. Okay, the seminar's over. I was like, that's pretty much it, huh? Okay, so when you talk to your clients, you can either get them, or your people, when your friends, they can become a client or they can become an agent, or they can become both. I lead with becoming an agent because then they can buy it for themselves, unless they are a direct mail lead or internet lead. So if a person responds to a lead, I'm going to lead with selling them insurance. If they're the UPS driver or the girl that delivers for the grocery store, I am going to lead with side hustle. Because most people, you can look it up, most people in America, I think it's 95% or some insane statistic, is interested in a side hustle. Even people with high paying jobs, they're interested in a high side hustle. They want to be a musician and get paid to sing on the side. They want to sell something on the side. They want to buy and sell cars. What they're looking for is extra money, because we've got a guy making $100,000. His budget's usually $100,000, meaning he spends everything. So if he could make an extra $20,000, then that's money he could blow. There's a guy I hope's on here. We were talking about, he likes to hunt, and I'm a big conservation guy is what I used to call it, but we like to hunt. And he was talking about where I hunt versus where he hunts. So I was like, bro, you got an insurance license. Make an extra $50,000 and you can go where I go. If that's what you want to do. I'm just saying, if you want a car, talk to people. Okay? They become a customer, you win. If they become an agent, you win. If they come both, you win-win. Okay? Your job is to get in the house. That's it. Get in the house. Well, don't I need to find out if they want to buy something? Nope. You need to get in the house. What if they're not interested? Get in the house. What if they're not home? Don't go in the house. Well, what if they're just curious? Get in the house. Go to work, use your people skills, start talking to them. If you don't feel like you're making progress toward getting a sale, call upline and say, hey, 911, right? I usually don't do 911 because like in emergencies, they would call the cavalry. What you want to do is come up with a different code like 411 or 222 or 444, okay? What a lot of our people have done is they have a system where you make one phone call and it rings 5 different people at the same time. So talk to your upline and say, hey, do we have that? Can we do that? And by the way, President's Club is on top of every single thing we're talking about. If you want to know who in your upline is great at doing IULs, if you want to know how to do this one phone call, call Clay, ask for President's Club, tell me who's good at this, set us up. We've got massive support. Y'all talked about that on here. Okay, so when it comes to recruiting, and it's funny, here's what Mark said too. He said, we're going to create a McDonald's system. But if we have some guys that are like, they got these big egos and they want to put their special twist on it, we're okay with that too. I don't know why anyone would do it, but people are funny. I just don't think Andy's got it exactly right. Okay, do it slightly different. I'd like to put my own twist on it. Yeah, based on your income and your Bentley, I'd get a new system too. Anyway, whatever. Mark keeps telling me over and over again, work with the people that deserve it, not the ones that need it. Because here's the ones that need it, the ones that got egos. Here's the ones that need it, the ones that won't follow the system. And I am a fixer. Like if I see a piece of trash, who is one of the guys, he's not on here, but one of the new people I had dinner with, because I met him later. We were walking in the door to the office and I was like, hey, before you come in, could you pick up those 2 pieces of paper right there? He's like, yeah, I'm a fixer, right? My goal is to help the people that deserve it, not the people that need to be fixed. Your goal needs to find people that deserve your help. Now, don't go, Matt, like, well, I don't need to talk to somebody in a convention. Yeah, you do. You need to sell them because you don't, until they went to one of our big events, they don't really know anything. So it's your job to get them to move. Now, once they went to the event, you kind of almost, they're not going then. But, you'll witness me right here talking to everybody about how to do it. So if y'all have not done anything, I'm still working with you, even though you hadn't went to the event. Okay. So what I would do, let's start with you, Ben. You got me, you got Paul Roberts, you got your dad, you got Kerry Williams, and you got Mike Williams. Is that right? Is that your upline?
Yep.
Okay. I promise you, if you will start calling your friends and keep it very simple, I like to say leads, help, insurance, and name somebody else. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But name somebody else. You can name me, Paul Roberts, Mike. I don't care who you could just say I'm working with several different people. The main guy is out of North Carolina, or the main guy is out of Dallas. I don't care. So you try to keep it so simple. Hey, Tom, this is Ben. First of all, you ask, how are you doing? Or if you know, how's work down there at the dealership? How's car sales? How's Vivian, your wife? You ask them one question and they answer it. So, well, good. Here's the reason for the call. The biggest thing is the transition phrase. People don't know what to say when they get to talking to them. They ask them, how's the kids? How's your mama? How's work? How's your religion? How's your church? And they're like, bro. The second thing you need to say to them is the reason for the call. Hey, man, this is what business people do. So I'm talking to Brian Adams. Brian Adams earlier today, and I was like, hey, Brian, here's what I really want to talk to you about. Hey, the reason for the call. The reason I need to chat with you was, how's Jane? She's she's feeling better, but still dealing with it. How's your wife? Okay, no. Hey, the reason for the call. We got to get down to business, okay? I mean, we always cordial, but boom, okay? So you feel sticky and nasty if you talk too much to people and you don't get down to the point, okay? So as soon as they say, tell me more, I'd be interested, you are a text away from somebody. You can be talking, say, 411. We need a circle recruiting thing where you got somebody to recruit. Here's the phone number you call, okay? So your upline does. Talk to President's Club. How do we get a number, put 5 people on it? I promise you, my son says, I got somebody to talk to. Matt, you got a guy sharp as everything. By the way, who was it? We've got a stupid sharp electrical engineer, minor in physics. His dad works with you and knows you.
Who, me?
Yeah. He's an NC State guy.
Nice.
And so he was at the convention, fired up out of his mind. He said, by the way, my dad knows Matt. And I was like, well, there's your credibility right there, bro.
Yeah.
So people there, everybody is a target. It blows my mind when I'm talking to a staff person and I go, hey, by the way, we sell life insurance, right? And they go, yeah. I go, by the way, do you have any? And they go, no. And then I'll look over to Clay or Chris Hill and I go, sell them a policy. How is it freaking possible that we would have, because nobody's asked them. Ben, I can't help you. Blake, who's your upline?
Jen Miller.
Jen can't help you unless you call people. That's the work, bro. Look, rich, broke. Rich, broke. How about this? We all think it is. Broke, rich. Broke. You talking to people, hey, let me order some more deodorant. If I told y'all, like I'm sitting here thinking of the stuff that I do, how about this one? You want me to tell you how I shop for jewelry for Jane? I call up Gina and I say, Gina, what's that?
I said you call somebody.
Yeah, I called Gina. Her name's Gina. In my phone book, it says Gina at Wade's. And I say, bring me 10 or 15 things that Jane likes. And she brings them over. Actually, when I was there, I'd say, Amber, get Gina to bring me some stuff. And she'd be like, okay, on it. Okay. But I don't have Amber no more. I'm glad you got Amber. I don't have no Amber no more. Okay. She comes over to the office and has it open. I don't like opening it. I'm usually talking on the phone when she comes in. She lays it out. Most of the time, I put down the phone and say, hey, Gina, how much is that one? That one? Okay. I think she'd like this one, and this one. Okay, Gina, thank you. So good to see you. And she wraps them. She wraps them quickly. Jane loves them. When I go to the store and pick out stuff I want, Jane don't like it. Gina picks out stuff that Jane likes. How do you not like that as a wife? Well, my wife likes me to shop and look for her. I do. I shop. I think. I look. I've got all kinds of buddies. Missy, Tia, Jessica, Amber. Hey, y'all know anything that Jane's thinking about liking right now? Yeah. Okay, order me 2 of those, 3 of those, 4 of those. Like, I want Jane happy, but I can't pay for it if I'm shopping for it. I pay for it by talking. Ooh, what's up? Okay, by the way, I don't talk like that. I do these things. Why? Because my arms start killing me. I've been on the phone so many times. My fingers, I had to sleep stretching my fingers out so they don't curl up like this. I could get you to touch it. Can you see that? It's on both sides. Yeah, this one's worse. It's from this right here. It's the dangerous. Like a football player, they all like this because they get concussions. Me, I have to not handle my phone. I quit. By the way, if you're young, let me give you advice. Quit holding that phone. Get a headset or talk on speaker. Usually the headset works better. Okay. Rich, broke. So if you're thinking that you're working and you're not talking to new people, you need to worry. You don't need to worry, you need to work. But if you ain't working, you need to worry. If you ain't talking to people, you need to worry. Okay, I don't know what to talk about. Well, number 1 is family reunion. You just wouldn't believe the conventions we have. You grow spiritually, you go mentally, you grow personally, you change the enthusiasm. It helps marriages, it helps raise kids. It's just incredible. You need to go. You got people that are looking for a vacation. The hours to the event, 7 p.m. on Friday night until, I think it says 7 to 10. Somebody look it up. You know how to look it up? Well, you text it at 227 number. You can just click on that. It has the agenda. I think it's 7 to 10 on Friday night, 9 to 6 p.m. on Saturday night, which means Saturday night, you and your team can go to a restaurant. You and your team can get together. A couple of y'all said your favorite thing was camaraderie. Well, we didn't have time for camaraderie the way we used to run the events. Now we end them. Now we have breaks. I was like scared to death. He said, that break, we'll never be able to get them back in. He said, if they don't come back in, then we're not making it interesting. I was like, good point. So now we have massive breaks. We end early, and then Sunday is 9 to 6. The other thing to keep in mind is you don't want to leave early on Sunday. You want to get the latest flight out, and if you can afford to, you want to stay till Monday. And then if you're really stupid rich, Lake Tahoe, I think that's what it is really close to there, which is a beautiful place you should visit. Okay, we got it? Rich, broke. Now, if you want to speed that up, okay, if I want to show you how to do it, you can't do it right now because I'm not going to do this on a call because I'm not going to take the chance to talk to somebody brand new in front of 1,000 people. Okay. But here we go. It's funny. Somebody said, Gina at Wade's is who I bought Rolexes from. Okay, I hope you did a long time ago because they are not good at Rolexes. I have a different contact for Rolexes. He's in Atlanta, and he will send you pictures and prices, and he'll beat everything you've got. So, like, dude, here's the other thing. Text me. Where do you get your Bentley? Where do you get your Rolexes? Where do you get your local jewelry? You with me? Like, I promise you guys, and this is, I promise you, if I'm going to do something new, I get somebody to tell me how to do it. I have bizarre contacts. And these people, where to bank, just, you're upline, Ben. Paul knows stuff. Carrie knows stuff. Your daddy knows stuff. Why would you not? Okay. I am not kidding you on my Rolex dealer. His name is Suni, S-U-N-I, Suni. It's unbelievable. Okay. All right. So that was for my buddy that just texted me. He says he gets Rolex. Now, don't get me wrong. We used to get them from Gina's, but they they'll repair them, but they're not big time in Rolex. They used to be big time in Rolex. Is this helpful? Like this is the way you operate. Okay. All right. Here's what you do. He says, please send me his name. I'll send him his name later. Okay. Good advice. Okay. Yeah, you do. Everybody needs a Rolex. I'm gonna get a commission on this somehow. I don't typically do that because you know why? It's pennies and it's not worth the hassle. I'm just telling you. Like, hey, listen, could I get money on that? Guys, listen. Here's what people say. You need to put your money in different baskets. You need to spread out your risk. No, you don't. What you need to do is have one massive basket of massive money. And then take that money and buy whatever you want. If you want to buy rental properties. But if you ain't got a massive, so I know you do rental properties. I'm going to copy you. No, you don't know nothing. I had so much money stacked up to the tune of millions before I bought a $100,000 house. I would have never bought a $100,000 house if I didn't have millions of dollars in the bank. Never. Because it's pain in the butt. And by the way, I don't watch it. I don't do, I know nothing about my real estate except for how much money it makes. You know what I mean? What I know is this business. Focus in one business. Okay, let's go back to the how you speed it up. Cesar, what you can do is text your friends a text. Let me think. What's best? Okay, what you want to say is, "Hey Tim," or "Hey man, can you talk business for a minute?" Copy it and send it to another guy. Can you talk business for a minute? Can you talk business for a minute? Can you talk business for a minute? Guy replies back, yes. Stop texting and call him. So, Matt, what we can do, if you would like, if I get on a Zoom call like this, maybe you and Cesar and Lynette, and I say, okay, go. And y'all, when you have somebody raise your hand that says yes, everybody stop, and then we'll call the one person, and I'll show you what to say. Brandon Manley can do that. Paul Roberts will gladly do that. Kerry Williams will talk to him for you. Any one of your uplines will do that for you. What we can't do for you is we can't make the phone calls for you. Now, I will say, if you're brand new to me, I'll make the phone calls for you. I'll just give me your phone book. Just give me, matter of fact, we'll go on your Facebook and we'll start scrolling through people. And I go, you got that number? You go, no. Okay, and I'll message them. Hey, can you talk business? I Facebook message them if you don't have the phone number. If I'm on your Facebook message them. Hey, can you got a minute? And by the way, for your own personal calls, Matt, that's a good idea. Is just get on your Facebook and scroll through your friends and go like, he'd be a good one. And then you Facebook message him, look in your phone. If you got his number, you text him. So you Facebook message him, text him. Hey, got a minute to talk business? You see what I'm saying? You're making money. But don't text them a video about how to make money. You want to get on the phone immediately with them and chit chat. What do you talk about? Leads, help, insurance, and somebody else. Somebody else is the edification, because you got to talk about somebody else so that somebody else can help you. If you don't talk about somebody else, nobody else can help you. Making sense? looking to see if I want to do some recognition on recruiting rookies. I think I'm not going to be able to because I think they're still getting everything organized. Oh, okay. I want to tell you this. So in June, here's what we're going to do. If you are above a district manager, we're going to do hierarchies. So you'll see the Fitz hierarchy, the Abian hierarchy. I got one right here. Okay, this is tickets to the hierarchy. So Abian has sold more tickets than anybody else that I've hired. So that hierarchy, he sold 248. This was at the convention. The numbers have almost doubled. Mike and Noel, which are hired by Abian, had sold 193. So 193 of the 248 is Mike and Noel. So Abian gets credit for Mike and Noel plus anything else. Under him is Fitz. Fitz had sold 190 tickets. Riddle had sold 170. My staff, if y'all have the current numbers for this hierarchy leaderboard, let me know if y'all got them or text them to me. This was at the convention. Diane Lampy had moved 161 tickets. Stephen and Holly Davies, 120. Brandon and Haley had moved 101. Jake and Bell had 82. So Jake and Bell are hired by Penny, who's hired by Diane, who's hired by Fitz. So even though they're way down, they've sold more than anybody else. So your hierarchy, this is a straight up, if your hierarchy has sold more than everybody else. Jason Olga Mathis, 73. Eric Bobby Belair, 73. Adam Bath Cat, 63. And Mark Hutchinson, 56. So the straight up hierarchies. Then what we're going to do is we're going to say, all right, district managers. If you're a district manager, how many people less than district manager are in your convention tickets? And we'll have this district manager. So in that case, Mike and Noel could compete with Abian fairly because Mike and Noel are district manager, so he don't count in Abian's group. Make sense? And then the third category is if you're not a district manager, who has the most? So if you're a key leader, if you are brand new, what if you've never been to an event, but you've got 45 people going with you? You're going to be recognized as a non-district manager, but the most people going to an event. I just want you to know what's going to be recognized. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. So Paul Epstein has 104. Brandon Manley has 105. Brandon and Jennifer Bulis has 105. George and Penny Wilson have 107. So the way that works is Brandon Bulis is hired by Penny. So Penny has 2 outside of Bulis coming. You with me? So she gets this because this is a hierarchy. But if it was district manager, you with me? Okay. Stephen Holly Davies, 168. Diane Lampy, 172. Andy Riddle, 200. Fitzgerald, 209. Mike and Noel, 223. And Alex Abian, 287. I don't have district manager hierarchies. The next week, I will do that. And then non-district managers will have number of people that are going. Now, one of the things we've done in the past is say, this guy hired 16 people. We're not going to do that anymore because I would rather you hire one person and get him to the event than hire 16 people and none of them go to the event. I'd rather you hire one good one, go over his house, become great friends with him, and get him selling something to hire 16 people and nobody sells anything. I'd rather you hire 3 people and work with those 3 people only than hire 27 people and not get them moving. Okay? Personal production will be recognized like crazy, and veterans and rookies. So you getting out there kicking butt and selling. We will recognize who's moving the most annuities, who's moving the most IULs. Okay. Questions about what I've said so far? Questions or comments? Blake, talk to me.
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions. That all makes sense. I'm ready to start getting out, selling, continue to sell, continue to recruit. That was one of my biggest things, that I took away from this past weekend was the recruiting aspect. Listening to, Brandon Beal and all those guys, it was, great to hear that, but no questions at the moment.
Okay. So here's what I get. How do I get out of my own head? You don't. Stay inside your own head and start calling people. How do I deal with my crazy spouse? Make phone calls. That's how you do that. What if they threaten to cut me if I make phone calls? Make phone calls. What if they do cut me? How deep is it? Make a judgment call. We used to say at home, if he ain't got blood coming out of his eyes, he'll be fine. What about his ears? That's good. No problem. His eyes. It's really traumatic when they get to coming out of their eyes. You don't understand my spouse. You don't understand my spouse. You don't know my mama. You don't know my mama. My bigger secret in life, I used to say this, that my kids, if I came in the door and didn't have my headset on, they would not know who I was. Headset on, daddy, daddy, daddy. Headset not on, there's somebody in our house. Ben Memoritas, how many hours do you want to put into your business a week?
And like you said, 40 hours sounds pretty good.
Is that what I said?
That is what you said.
Okay, so 40 hours of talking to somebody live, you will get stupid rich, stupid fast.
Yes, sir.
Thinking about it, worried about it, whining about it, wondering about it, no money, no mas, no dinero, no Benjamins. Get it? Benjamin, no Benjamin.
I get it.
Okay. Cesar, comments, concerns, and candy apples.
Yeah, so my concern I've been worried about was trying to learn the products, like the whole way back from North Carolina to Georgia with the Gentles. I'm just back there watching videos with Gina Hawks and all that. I was just like, this is a lot of stuff. So I was kind of stressing myself out, but then you just literally, the first thing you said was, you don't have to learn the products. I was like, well, shoot, I can do that. I can talk to anybody, so I'm ready. It's just the only thing that's holding me back right now is just state of Georgia to basically get my license in.
Okay. I got a quick quiz. I got a pop quiz for you. Do you have to have your license to call people about getting in insurance?
You don't. You sure don't. I actually got my sister. She's on board. I got her signed up for license coach, and the Gentles. I think Brandon and Boone are coming to Georgia next Tuesday, so we're going to be meeting up with them. So I'm trying to get things rolling.
Okay, I love it. Okay, so I'm glad you got it. That you don't have to learn the products. If we had to wait for people to learn products, they'll never build a business. They'll never sell anything.
Sure won't.
Andy, I have a question.
Okay.
You mentioned call when you're in the home if you feel like you're losing the sale or you're not going to get a check. Do you have any favorite line that you like to use when you call your upline in the home?
Oh, yeah. This is huge. Here's what I do. Let's say I was talking to you, Lynette. Let's say I'm brand new. Here's what I do. And I'm really good at this. Like, you can pick any subject. I'm really good at this. I'll be like, because this is called the thinking, right? I'll be like, Lynette, I think I know exactly what you need. But I'm not going to go on my own understanding. I'm going to check with an expert. So let's do this. Expert. Let me get my expert on the phone. Okay.
I'm watching you and you're calling me at the same time. That's unique.
Okay, expert. I'm sitting here. Don't laugh. Your experts are not going to laugh.
I'm not an expert. Come on. You're an expert.
Okay. So thank you. So I'm sitting here with Lynette. Y'all see how I handled that? This is the way they handle it. I don't care. I'm talking. Listen to me. When I'm talking, I'm making money. When I'm not talking, I'm not making money. Well, you want to do it right, don't you? Right is talking. Not right is not talking. So I'm sitting here with Lynette, and Lynette is thinking about call centers. Do you know anything about what I'm recommending? Do you know anything about call centers, Mr. Ellis?
Absolutely. That's what I've been doing for the past 7 years now, pretty hardcore.
You hear what he said? He's been doing it for the last 7 years. Okay, great. So then I say, well, here's Lynette's situation. Lynette, tell him your situation. And then Lynette starts talking to this guy. But did you get the part where I didn't say, I don't know what to do, I got to call help because I'm an idiot? I know everything. I'm so damn smart. I'm going to call an expert. That's how smart I am.
What's the Ford theory?
The what? Say it again.
That's the Ford theory.
Yeah. The Ford. They accused Ford of being an idiot because they said he knew nothing. He said, well, give me a question. And they said, all right, here's a question. He said, all right, give me a phone. In court. Hey, Mr. Ellis, thanks for picking up, bro. This is Adam Ellis.
Of course.
Thank you, bud. Love you. Okay, so that's what you do.
Hey, Andy, I have another question.
Was that helpful?
Yes, that was. Thank you.
Okay, the biggest thing, hold on. Is that Valerie asking? So here's the thing. Like, be a kid. A kid's walking down the street and sees something he wants. Oh, shit. How do I ask Mama if I can have that? It works like this. Mama. That's how it works. Can I have that? Or then they learn they get more sophisticated. I've been thinking, Mom, I know you don't like it when I am not productive. So I was noticing that this laptop was available at a discount, Mom. It's you start talking. Be like a kid. Give it a shot. And then get better. Notice this really worked. My kids have become insanely manipulative with me. Thank God. I don't want to be like a dumbass coming up to me. I want them to trick me. Adam Katz called me the other day. Brilliant. Hello, Mr. Albright. I have a question. I'd like to throw myself on the mercy of the court. And I was like, this manipulating something. I said, yeah, I agree. But in the beginning, you just got to talk. And I would start with, I'm calling an expert. Somebody recommended not putting them on speaker when you call the expert. Hello, Mr. Expert. I'm calling about a product, because you know how some people are when you call, they go, what the hell is going on? And you're like, oh, shoot. So if you text them and say, I'm calling you as an expert, or put it on you, do it like this right here and say, yes, sir, Mr. Expert. I'm now sitting here with Lynette and we're talking about telemarketing and call centers, or I'm sitting here talking about her house. It's a beautiful house. You should be able to see this. Matter of fact, I should FaceTime you. Are you available on FaceTime? I'll get you on FaceTime. Okay, good. I'll call you back. Okay, then you put them on FaceTime. Should look at this beautiful house. And then you're letting them talk to Lynette on FaceTime. But see how I just blah, 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 blah. What's your question, Valerie?
You mentioned redials. How many dial sessions do you give each lead like if you were to call them 3 times this first dial session that you have, and then maybe you try again 2 days from now, like, and if you're not getting them on the phone before you finally just put that lead to the side.
Well, if I'm buying old leads and you were the one that had them, I only want you to call them once or twice. Because that way I can get them cheap and then I'll make a sale off of them.
Okay.
So like some people, Ashland will tell you, buy this person's lead because they don't even call the people but once or twice. So you buy those used leads and they're unbelievably profitable. And she knows who works them and who don't work them. Have I started to answer your question?
Yep.
Some people you're like, oh no. If Megan had those leads, Megan would have. I am not buying those leads. I don't care if you give them to me. I'm not calling them. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I want to tell you this. You call the home phone 3 times, right in a row. Oh, have you all do this? Which? Give me your number, Valerie. Let me call it. Well, I got it. But tell me your number.
301
301
257
257
7178.
7178. Wait a minute. I already got your number. That's not going to be good. Let's just, who do I not have your phone? Who don't have my phone number? Okay. Anthony, give me your number.
609
609
414
414
3854.
3854. Okay, so I don't know his number, so I hit ring like this, so it's calling. Hey, I do have you in there. Okay, but this is what I want to show y'all. When you hang up with a person, a lot of people think you got to dial their number again, but watch this. You hit it one time, and there's his number, and hit it again. Does that make sense? So that counts as 2 phone calls. Now watch this. 3 phone calls, and I've only touched the phone. I touched it 7 numbers. No, I touched it 7, 8, 9, 10. So I've touched it 10 numbers, and then only one time is a redial, and another time is a redial. And that counts as 3 phone calls. But you see what I'm saying? So if you don't know somebody, if I didn't have his number in there, anybody, even see how it pops right back up, and then you hit it again, it calls it. I'm all about figuring out ways to say. I've had people go like, "Holy cow!" Every time I call somebody, I hang up and I call them again. I have to dial every number. I was like, no. Just hit it one time. It'll work. If y'all ever know a shortcut, something like that, tell me about it because I like it. I'll be like, "Holy jeez, that's a great shortcut." Brandon said we're doing a house party in his hometown Tuesday at 7. I don't know who you're doing that house party for, Brandon, because I've been talking to so many people. By the way, this is communication. People texting me, talking to me. If I get mad at you because you over communicating, it's very unusual of me. Usually I want more communication. Something else. Adam told me. Oh, no, Ellis told me this. How about this? Every single person, matter of fact, Ellis, will you put that up on a private Facebook? Every single person I send this to, did you already get your convention tickets? So he's sending every single person his Facebook, did you get convention tickets? It's better than not sending them anything. All right, I don't know if I did you right, Valerie. Valerie, 3 times home number, 3 times work number. No. Let's start with cell. I always call their cell 3 times. Then I call their home number if they got one. And then their work number if I got one. 3 times in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Then I call the next lead. I never get rid of a lead. Okay? If they're not picking up, go to their house. So there's who uses like Road Warrior, or who uses one of those things where you put in all the addresses? Which one do you use, Blake?
Road Warrior.
Anybody different?
Speedy Route.
Speedy Route. Is that an app?
It's a website. I think they probably do have an app too.
Speedy Route.
It's free. You can do up to, I think, 10 for free. 10 addresses.
Okay. And here's, I want to do that 10 is free thing. If you only need 10, but if you need 15, pay $22 or whatever it is. It wouldn't be like, see, I move money. The reason I move money is because I know if for $22, if I'm going to get back 2,000 or 26,000. Oh, I'm glad you did that to me. Okay, math problem. Y'all ready? $300 should get you $3,000 in sales. For every $100 should get you 1,000 in sales. Okay. So you can use your commission level, or you can just, the easiest is say you're at 100% commission. That's the easiest way to do it because it's easy. It's just easy math. And you need to get moved up to whatever level it is. Okay. You need to grow your business. All right. If you buy $1,000 worth of leads and do 10,000, what's better? Buying 300 and getting 3,000 in sales, or 1,000 and getting 10,000 in sales? Which one is better? Anybody know? Okay, why do you say it's better, Anthony? Why is 1,000 leads better, $1 worth of lead better than 300? Or is that what you're saying? Or is 300 better?
So I'm saying investing more is better.
Why? What's the math on that?
So my thinking on it is
Do the math. Do the math. Has anybody got the math done? Do you know how to do the math?
Yes.
It was all 10%, right?
What's that, Matt?
It was all 10%, right?
10%. Well,
so you invest 10% of your revenue is what your expected revenue is, right? So $100 you get 1,000 you get 10,000. It's all a 10% investment essentially. So it's all a 10x return, no matter how much it is, right?
Okay, let's do this. You got 7 days. 7 days. If you make 10,000 in sales and you're on 100% commission, you get $10,000. Everybody agree with that? Because, you get 82 and 87. Okay. For practicality purposes, 10,000 is 10,000 in sales. Then you subtract your expenses, which is $1,000. So then you net $9,000. Okay. You do $300 in leads and you get 3,000 in sales. You make 3,000 minus 300, you net 2,700. What would you rather make in 7 days? $9,000 or 2,700? Anthony?
$9,000.
Okay, Anthony, you went through the math on it. Can you do the math at an 80% commission? So now you only make $8,000 and now you only make 2,400, and subtract the lead bill and see if it's still just a good deal if you're only at 80%. And then we'll do it at 60.
So that's $7,000 on an 80% contract.
Yeah. If you're on an 80% contract and you get 8,000 minus 1,000, that's $7,000. Then what do you net if you only do $300 worth of leads?
Give me a second. $1,800.
You do it again with 60% commission. Keep playing with it. Okay, now watch this. Let's say because you've got so many leads, $1,000. Now you go to work and so much work. Well, let's say you only get 8,000 in sales on $1,000 worth of leads. Well, you suck because if you had 300, you got 3,000. So you would think with 1,000, you get 10,000. But what if you're just tired and only get 8? Is it still a better deal to get $1,000 worth of leads instead of 300? Matt Bowen, Ben Memoritas. if you're more talented, more leads is better. If you suck and you're really not good at sales, more leads is better. Okay, I had a guy, he's super talented, and his goal was to create $250,000 with hardly any leads. And he did it. He worked his ass off. And he was so proud. Last year, he decided to be like an idiot and buy more leads and pretend like he wasn't that smart. And he made like $400,000 last year, but his lead bill was bigger. How many of you think you'd rather have $400,000 with a bigger lead bill than $250,000 and no lead bill? He's one of the best preachers about this I've ever seen. Now, the only reason not to buy a lot of leads is if you ain't going to do any work. But if you're going to be working, you might as well, like, oh God. If I said, I will give you $10,000 if you throw a ping pong ball in this, and you're 10 feet away. And you go like, how much does a try cost? I said, well, a try costs $1. But for $1,000, I'll make the bucket as big as this room. So the prize is 10 grand. Are you going to just keep paying $1 and try to hit it in this little cup? Or give me $1,000 and I'll make it big as this room? And you take the ping pong ball and throw it in there and go, yay, I win 10 grand. I go, yeah, but you idiot. You spent $1,000 on making the bucket bigger. And you could have kept the bucket big for $1, little for $1. You go, yeah, but I got net grand. This reminds me of one of those jokes that I'm not supposed to tell. When you're being critical of a certain person or people or some country or religion, you talk about people and make fun of them like that. Don't be that guy who sticks to the $1 cup when you could pay $1,000 for a bigger cup and net 9.
Hey, Andy, I've got a little input on this as well, if you don't mind. I believe it's called the law of large numbers. So if those 100 leads are supposed to net 1,000, it's an average. So that some of those 100 leads are going to net more, some are going to net less. So without putting that 1,000 in to your leads to possibly net 10,000, you might not get your 1,000 out of your 100. So it's like always better to put the more in because your odds are better to hit that average number or above. So,
are you an engineer?
No, I'm not. Should have been, but
okay. Which one do you think is going to get lucky and find $1 million annuity? The guy who's having minimal leads, working his ass off. So like they said, what if a guy's $300 worth of leads and gets 4,000 in sales? Ain't that awesome? It's still not as good as spending 1,000 and only getting 800. In other words, the dumbest of dumb should get more leads. What I had a hard time, this guy agreed with that. He thought he was not dumb, so not buy leads. I was like, no. If you're a genius, buy more leads. If you're a dumb, buy more leads. So what if you're not good at recruiting, Andy? Should you talk to more people or less? I can't help you unless you're talking to people. Okay, Cesar, do you want me to go ahead and you want me to go right straight to the crazy, brilliant? Oh, we got to wrap up. This is the last thing. Your sister is coming to the meeting. What is your job to do for your sister now?
Right now, just basically informing her on everything. I already got her a ticket to the reunion in Reno. So
okay. We're gonna ask this kid. How old? Wait a minute. Who's the youngest on here? Is it Blake or Anthony or how old are you, Blake? Matt, you ain't the youngest.
26.
How old are you, Anthony?
I'm 26 and she's 23.
Ben?
I'm 24.
Okay, Isabel, 23. How old are you, Jordan? You're older than 23.
24.
Okay, 23. Isabel, what's his job to do for his sister now?
Get him there, do anything.
Okay. She's getting her there. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, find her a ticket, get her there.
Okay. Who's got more? Who's like what am I shooting? What am I asking? What
Teach her to do what you did.
Okay, elaborate on that, Jordan.
So if we're following that system of the upline, then if you get her to go and then she gets more people to go, then you've essentially introduced more people with less work.
Cesar.
Moan it.
I'm the chief occurrer officer. Because here's what people say to me. It had never occurred to me. I go, yeah, that's why I'm a chief occurrer officer. Get her people there. Wait, Andy, shouldn't we go slower? All of y'all make the same amount of money I make. The only thing is you take forever to make the millions. If you want to make the millions now, speed up the process. Andy, I talked to my sister. I was thinking about talking to a few more people. What do you think? Yes. Andy, I talked to my sister. I was thinking about calling some of her friends and getting them to come to the meeting. What do you think? Yes. Andy, I've not called all my friends on Facebook. You think I should call them? Yeah. Well, once I've got 6 of them, what do you think I should do? I'll probably call people for them. Are we tracking? How many of you got a little something out of today's call? How many of you might possibly implement some of it like as soon as we hang up? Tia, what am I leaving out? Tia, team, what am I leaving out? What did I not do that I wanted to do?
Family reunion tickets.
Family reunion tickets.
The price will increase. That $199 goes away at the end of this month.
Okay, so Brandon Manley is doing a meeting at the Gentles, which is real close to you, Cesar.
Yeah, that's where we're going with my sister on Tuesday, I believe.
Okay, all right. Bring friends with your sister.
Sure will.
The most excited she will ever be about this business is now. Every day she's less excited. No. When you get her page, she'll get more excited. No, she won't either. I've been doing this for 31 years. The easiest time is now. And the fastest time is now. Trent can't argue with me on that one. Okay. Family reunion ticket prices are going to go up real soon. We got to do this real quick. How many tickets do you get? If you pay $3,000 and buy it on a payment plan, how many tickets do you get? $3,000. How many tickets? Payment plan, $299. 3,000 divided by 300. How much is that?
10. It's 10.
If you pay $200 a piece, you put it on a credit card, and you pay $3,000 for the instant purchase, how many tickets do you get for $3,000? 15. What's better, 15 people coming with you or 10? I don't have the money. You have a credit card? They pay 20% interest. It's 33. Never mind. I ain't trying to trick nobody. I'm just saying the ticket prices are going to go up the 31st at midnight. And we're not going to be adjusting them down. We're not going to, he told me, he said, Andy, we're not going to be this person that promises to shut it down, then we don't shut it down. I said, okay. So we're sticking with it. We're sticking to our guns. So in other words, Cesar, you want your sister to buy 15 tickets and then fill it up with people. And then if she gets 2 people, get them to get 15 tickets. We can't help you if you're not getting into houses, talking to people, or if you're not calling people, recruiting them. That's the only thing. Waiting until that meeting, Cesar, is not productive. Calling more people. You could have 20 people. You could have 10 for her, another person who has 4, another person has 3, another person has 2. Add it all up, you got 20 people. 4 different legs, 20 people. This is what I've been doing for 31 years. This is how I made the money I'm making, guys. And it's what, and Marcus said is doing a better job of explaining than I am, but hopefully I've come across simple enough this time and y'all kill it. Y'all good? Tia, what else?
That's it.
All right. Put your, y'all put your congratulations. Some of you have smaller Facebooks or WhatsApp. Make sure that the big news, if you want your person to be edified, put them in the national news. Put them on the big time Facebook. If you're communicating details with your upline, put it on theirs. But if you want to be edified, you get 10,000 people looking at your person's name. So you hire somebody, Matt. Yeah, you could. I know you're putting stuff with Manly, but put it on the big one. And by the way, y'all see how the World Ventures people are putting all their new people up, and they're also using glamour shots. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God, they're beautiful. Oh, they're smart. They're glamour shots. They're getting great shots of them and putting them up and saying, congratulations, welcome to the team. And I'm like, yes. And then everybody's encouraging them. And then you see what I'm saying? Like, guys, use is so simple. Love you. Got to go. We're in OT right now. Take care. Love y'all. Thanks for plugging in. Stay in communication. Let's kill this thing. Get your numbers up. Rock and roll. Bye.